Warning, videos by Billy Alsbrooks do cause side effects. And those side effects are champions being born, dreams being realized, the weak becoming strong, weight loss, victory over unbelievable odds, incredible comeback stories, the sick being healed, marriages being restored, victory over all forms of addiction, job promotions, average people becoming millionaires, warriors becoming blessed and unstoppable. These videos will motivate and inspire you to take action. Warning, your faith is now being increased to the level it takes to move mountains. Arise, champion. I'm Billy Alsbrooks and I approve this message. I hear the sound of a comeback. Decisions ignite the explosion of change. And you are only one decision away from changing your whole life. My words are about to water the seeds of greatness that God planted in you a long time ago. I speak to the warrior in you, to the leader in you, to the champion in you. Every challenge, trial, and tribulation you face is a future testimony. Your victory could be somebody else's inspiration. Never, ever give up. I hear the sound of a comeback. Failure is not an option. Refuse to concede. Opportunity will always find the person who refuses to quit. Breakthroughs are the offspring of consistent, focused intensity. Keep your mind on victory. Keep your mouth on victory. And in the morning when you open your eyes, you get up and you walk out that victory. I hear the sound of a comeback. Decisions ignite the explosion of change. So decide right now to become that champion you were meant to be. Life is a tug of war between you and the enemy to see who will bow out, who will throw in the towel, and who will give up first. I speak to the warrior in you. I speak to the leader in you. I speak to that champion in you, that overcomer in you. Arise! All things are possible to him that believeth. Take the limits off of God. I can do all things through Christ who strengthens me. Stop settling for average. Stop taking 1 ounce less of what you are worth. Your mind, your faith, and your work ethic must become your weapons. Decisions ignite the explosion of change. Decide right now that you're gonna become that champion you are meant to be. Dreams watered with unwavering faith eventually become reality. I hear the sound of a comeback. It's not over. Your best days are ahead of you. Blessed and unstoppable. It's on. New year, new grind. I got a question for you. Are you living life, or is life living you? How bad do you want to be successful? Are you ready to level up in life? Are you ready to go to that next level? Are you sick of being average? I ask you again, are you living life, or is life living you? Blessed and unstoppable, the International World Tour. Dr. Billy Alsbrooks, coming to a city near you. I'll be teaching a 4-hour, life-changing seminar on the art of greatness. Arise, champion. Every city will sell out. Get your tickets now. This year we're taking this thing global. 27 cities, Toronto, London, Paris, Rome. We're coming to impact 1 billion people. If you are serious about success, be at one of these events. Get your tickets now at blessedandunstoppable.com. Beautiful disaster, preparation for the calling, alone and lost, anthem of the fallen, fire truth music. You gotta trust me. Success is a romance. Prove that you love me. The voice that keeps on calling, destiny hugging me. The shadows of past mistakes, the waiting, it bugs me. At war with average, ruthless and demanding, by any righteous means necessary. I'm still standing, a masterpiece of grace, the whisper of failure. Don't buy the lies that doubt is trying to sell you. Reframe the perspective, embrace the process. A gorgeous mess, your faith the litmus test. Colorful stepping stones, You're not alone. Breathing hours for hours. Take me home. Follow the smoke. Life is a journey. Fire, truth, music. Breathe. Keep burning. The power makes you feel alive. Illuminate the world with that gift you have on the inside. Hands restrained, signs sealed and delivered with rain. Take it off like a plane. Your whole world is about to change. Money, power, fame, the journey to finding your name. The closest around you will be last to see the change against the grain. The one they call strange. Those around you will be the last to see the change. Beautiful, strong, and amazing. Fire, truth, music, keep blazing. Day 6, your time is coming. A few weeks ago, I got booked to speak at this amazing college. But this college was literally out in the middle of nowhere. My hotel's an hour away. So on the day of the event, I go down to my car and I put the address of the college into my GPS and I begin my journey. And as soon as I get away from the exit where my hotel is, I do not pass another car, another business, or a house for 50 miles. From there all the way unto the campus. Even when I get to the college ground, there's nothing around there. The road just leads me right up to the college. The security guard opens the gate and then I drive onto this beautiful campus. See, I remember on the way there, beginning to doubt my own GPS, cause there was nothing on the left, nothing on the right, just country as far as you could see. And I'm like, this can't be where I'm going. The GPS says I'm on the right track, but everything I'm seeing with my eyes does not reflect what the GPS is saying. But something moved on my spirit in that moment and said, this is symbolic for life. That place you came from, that hotel you were just at with all the surrounding stuff, that was the comfort zone. And where you are going is the dream. The final destination in the GPS is the vision that you've been holding in your mind for so long. But along that journey, you will have to have faith to believe, even when you don't see anything to the left or to the right or to the front or to the back of you. You just have to keep going and trusting and believing in that vision that you're holding in your mind. Just like the college had booked me to speak at that location, at that destination, destiny has booked you for success, has booked you for victory, has booked you for overcoming, for healing, for everything that you have in your mind, anything that you can believe for. Destiny will stand by you. Those who cannot overcome their physical eyes disqualify themselves from success. You have to master the art of blindness and stop seeing things as they are and start dreaming of what they could be, can be, and will be when you water that dream with grind. Just like I was alone on that road for 50 miles with not another car, a house, a business along that path. Sometimes you will have to take the journey to success, the journey to finding yourself, the journey to destiny. Sometimes you have to do it alone. The greater the size of the dream, the less those around you will understand it. But don't let them stop you from finding you. Don't let them rob you of greatness. Don't let them steal your destiny. The truth is, 99% of the people around you are local. And if you have global ambitions, when you start speaking big dreams to these people, it's gonna be like you're speaking Chinese. They are not gonna understand you. Expect this from them, and don't let it discourage you. When you dream massive. Small dreams give birth to lukewarm people, and the only people that wanna be around lukewarm people are more lukewarm people. The day you start reaching, striving, and stretching for what the world says is impossible is the first day that you start living. Here's how I measure my dream to see if I'm dreaming big enough. I find average, everyday people and I sit down with them and I tell them my dream. If they tell me I can do it, then I know I'm dreaming too small. I go back to the drawing board and I dream massive until those average, everyday people tell me I'm crazy. Then I plant my flag down in the dirt and I get to work and I do what the world says is impossible. Now I know a lot of you out there listening to me right now are seeking to find yourself. You're empty on the inside because you know you were meant for something greater than your life is reflecting right now. I get that. See, 3 months before my dad died in 2007, I retired from rapping. Up until that point, For 17 years, I had a clear vision for my life. Every day I got up with a purpose and knew exactly what I was working towards. My life was consolidated. I had one mind, one dream, one goal that I got up every day and aggressively pursued. But that season was over, and now my life had this big, huge void. I had lost my identity. The world knew me as the rapper. But now that I'm no longer rapping, who am I? For 10 years, I went on this journey, seeking to find myself. The greatest success in life is to discover yourself, to discover you, to discover your own truth that God planted in you. For you to walk in the fullness of the power, the blessing, the victory that God has given you, first you must become self-aware. Until you become aligned with what God has made you to be, you will continue to struggle. The purpose of that struggle is to move you from where you are to where you are supposed to be. If you were comfortable, you would be content and you would never leave. Therefore, you would never walk in the fullness of the blessing and receive all the things that God wants you to receive. Hear me out. God has a plan for you. Now, every night, I go on a prayer walk, praying to God. And for 10 years during this wilderness season of not knowing who I was, I used to go out there every single night and throw my hands up to the sky and I'd say, Lord, who did you make me to be? Who am I? What is my calling? What am I missing? Why am I struggling? Something is wrong. Show me what it is. Piece by piece, he began to reveal to me who I was and what he had planned for me. It wasn't an overnight thing. Every so often along this journey, I would get this little piece, this little revelation of me, and I'd have to walk that piece out in faith in order to get the next piece. Now, some of you out there listening to me right now are waiting for full revelation before you begin to move. You won't take a step until you know exactly what the end result is gonna be. You're never gonna find it that way, because that way doesn't require faith. It's impossible to please him without faith. So you're gonna have to step out into the unknown with that little piece that he gives you. You see, you don't need the end piece. All you need is the next piece. The next piece will bring you to the next piece, and that piece to the next piece until you get to the end. Your true calling for your life will always be attached to fire. The things that you are most passionate about are clues to the things that you have been assigned to do here on earth. The key to finding yourself is following the smoke. Where there is smoke, there is fire. And where the fire is, you are, and God is. Success requires vibrating at a higher level. In order to get to that level, you need energy, and that energy is found in your passion. If you're trying to find yourself, you have to fully examine your life. Think back. As far as you could think, there are clues from day one pointing you to you. When I was 6 years old, my mother and father went Amway, and they used to bring me to these big conventions and seminars that they used to have all over the United States. I used to bring my little tape recorder with me that I had gotten for Christmas, and I'd be sitting there with the record button on, listening to some of the greatest motivational speakers to ever walk a stage. See, I was being groomed way back then for what I'm doing now. I had a studio in my house for years when I was doing the rapping. And when I retired, I just left it there. The mic was in the center of the room, and I never moved it. Every night, when I'd go out to do my prayer walk, as I mentioned before, I'd walk right by that microphone. I'd go out there and do my hour prayer time, come back inside and have to walk right by that mic again on the way to the bedroom. I went out there for years asking God, what is my calling? What have you assigned me to do? What is my gift? Why are you not helping me? Why are you not pointing to me? And every night I'd walk inside and walk right by the thing God had assigned me to do. It was right in front of me. Now I ask you, what are you missing? What is your microphone? Sometimes you is right in front of you. There's an old saying, you can't see the forest for the trees. And it's the same with life. Sometimes life is screaming so loud at us that we can't hear it. Everything that you have been looking for is right in front of you. Everything that you need to fulfill your destiny is on the inside of you. God has equipped you already for everything you need to succeed in life. Follow the smoke until you find yourself. Fire, truth, music. You're closer than you think. Arise, champion. This is Billy Alsbrooks, and I am blessed and unstoppable. And to God be the glory.
We are here with Platoon 6, and the purpose of this phase 1 here on the island is for the guys to connect, to break those walls down that have walled them off from everything that they truly want in their life.
How can we put a dent in the darkness if we won't even acknowledge that it's there?
We can move forward. If we're not strong enough right now, we're in the community that can help lift each other up. This stuff is serious. I talked about it. It starts with helping you so you can be the best version of yourself to help others.
The struggle is real, but you can do anything that you set your mind to. The symbolic message is there will be storms in life. There will be category 5s. Come on, there will be that. But the beauty of it is we can rebuild. This is the rebuild. Come on. And not only rebuild, but we can rebuild better. Come back stronger.
I took what Dr. Billy went over with us last night. I found a quiet spot today and went through all those visions that he laid out, relationship, marriage, spiritual. I went through all those today and made action plans for each one of those.
So there's the one word, and I picked commitment. I told you that commitment was about myself. Honestly, I spent my life giving myself to everyone else, and screw this guy. I came here with pretty low expectations, to be honest with you. And it's been an amazing experience.
This is a great question to ask anytime life hits you with a brick. Go to this question and you immediately gain control over the situation. Ask this question: how am I going to respond?
Billy talking, and it's crazy. Everything he says not only resonated, but it felt like you're talking directly to me. You spoke about how the enemy comes and gets you when you're at your weakest.
Knowledge is power. Injury prevention, pain management. How can we do it in a healthier way? Therapy's a lot like dieting. You can come to PT like once or twice a week, but it takes a lifestyle change for you to see that change.
I want you to take a second and I want you to think of an individual that you'd like to dedicate this morning's workout to. But I want you to remember them for the attributes that made them close and your friend or your family member. I want you guys to start being more present with things that are important. So just because someone's gone doesn't mean it has to be an absolutely terrible and negative thing. We can bring them back to life in spirit by remembering the person that they were and remembering the good times that we had with them. So that's the whole point of this morning.
I lost my purpose. I lost my passion because I didn't know how to translate it. And through my own growth and my own healing, I realized that I do more powerful work here with the horses, with you guys, than I could ever imagine if I was the rider that I thought I could be. Somebody asked me once if I had to write a list of all the things I loved in life, how long would it take for me to list myself?
Spent time with Titan in the pen out there. I spent thousands of hours in therapy, but I had this breakthrough with this horse who wasn't even talking to me. And I'm like, whoa, how did that happen?
My hope for what these heroes walk away with at the end of this week is seeing themselves, seeing their value, understanding that they are worthy, they are enough. The purpose of this week is really for these men to start believing in themselves again. I understand their value. The world, when they see them in action, understands their value, but they have got to start with understanding their own value. What happens when these guys understand their value is they effectively become world changers.
Blessed and unstoppable. Success starts with putting the right things into your mind. And my new book, Blessed and Unstoppable, was strategically designed to align your mind with the laws of success. This curriculum will teach you the inner mechanics required to go from average to phenomenal, from living a life with limits to being blessed and unstoppable. As you follow this guide step by step, amazing breakthroughs will happen. New doors of opportunity will open, and favor will begin to chase you down. Blessed and Unstoppable is a 31-day devotional on the laws of success. This book will instigate the thought process and actions required to transform your life. Each day has a Bible verse, a teaching on that day's principle, a positive affirmation, a prayer for the day, self-assessment questions, success quotes, action steps, and a powerful inspirational message. Regardless of what field you're in, Blessed and Unstoppable is your blueprint for success. Get your copy at blessedandunstoppable.com. Also available on Amazon.